Hello friends, welcome to this video lecture series of computer organization and architecture. In a last lecture, we seen that what is mean by memory, different types of memories, that is primary memory, secondary memory and cache memory, and different memory parameters. In this lecture, we will see three level cache organization and memory hierarchy. Let us start with three level cache organization. As we know, the cache memory is buffer memory in between CPU and main memory. Cache memory is used to speed up the performance of CPU because of the size of cache memory is small as compared to main memory, and cache memory is very much near to CPU as compared to main memory. As memory size is small, speed of execution is fast. In three level cache organization, the basic principle is the same as compared to single level cache organization, that is, communication in between CPU and cache is always in terms of word transformation, and the communication in between cache and main memory is always in terms of block transformation. The communication in between two different caches is always in terms of block transformation. Three level cache organization is shown in figure, which consists of CPU, three different size caches, and main memory. Level 1 cache, which is near to CPU, level 2 cache is in between level 1 cache and level 3 cache, and level 3 cache is near to main memory. As we seen, level 1 cache is small as compared to level 2 cache. Level 2 cache size is in between level 1 cache and level 3 cache, whereas level 3 cache have big size as compared to level 1 and level 2 cache, but small size as compared to main memory. Once the communication start, initially we consider all these three caches have empty and CPU wants some information from main memory. To access the content from main memory, procedure is same. CPU sends one address through address bus to main memory. The content present on that memory location is accessed by CPU through data bus. Different control signals are required to control this mechanism. When CPU wants information from memory location 7, here we consider 7 memory location is for example purpose. CPU sends address 7 to main memory. The content present on 7th memory location is copied into CPU, but this content is also copied into level 3, level 2 and level 1 cache. How this copying is carried out, let us see. When CPU sends information in terms of address to main memory, that time let us assume first 30 memory location, that is from 0 to 29th memory locations, are copied into level 3 cache. Now level 3 cache consists of 0 to 29th, that is total 30 memory location, in which 7th memory location is also present. In next step, first 20 memory location, that is 0 to 19, are copied into level 2 cache, means level 2 cache also consists of our interested 7th memory location. In next step, level 2 cache, that is small part of level 2 cache, let us consider 10 memory location from 0 to 9 are copied into level 1 cache. Our interested seventh memory location is present in all three caches. In level 1 cache, 10 memory locations are present, varies from 0 to 9. CPU access the content directly from main memory, but 7th memory location is also copied into level 1 cache, level 2 cache and level 3 cache. In next step, when CPU wants to access same memory location, that time CPU first check 7th memory location is present in level 1 cache. If 7th memory location is present in level 1 cache, then CPU access that content from level 1 cache. Suppose CPU wants 16th memory location, then CPU checks content present in level 1 cache. If content is not present in level 1 cache, CPU checks content is present in level 2 cache. If the content or memory location is present in level 2 cache, CPU access the content from level 2 cache and so on. Due to this, CPU does not require to access again and again main memory location, so time required to access content is small as compared to main memory. As three caches are built in between CPU and main memory, so the speed of performance is more as compared to main memory. If we consider the communication in between CPU and level 1 cache is always in terms of word transformation, the communication in between CPU and level 2 cache via level 1 cache is always in terms of word transformation. But level 2 cache sends some memory location, that is fraction of level 2 cache, into level 1 cache. If we consider the size of 3 cache memories, level 1 cache have small size because level 1 cache consists of very small memory location and level 1 cache is near to CPU. So the speed in between CPU and level 1 cache is fastest as compared to other communication. If we observe, level 2 cache have medium size as compared to level 1 cache and level 3 cache, that is level 2 cache size is in between level 1 cache and level 3 cache. When CPU access some content from level 2 cache consists of more memory locations as compared to level 1 cache, but less memory locations as compared to level 3 cache. So the communication in between level 1 cache and level 2 cache is considered as faster. Similar way, the communication in between level 2 cache and level 3 cache is considered as fast because the size of level 3 cache is more as compared to level 2 cache. In a next step, if we consider the communication between level 3 cache and main memory, as we know, main memory have more memory locations as compared to level 3 cache, so it requires more time to scan each memory location, so the communication in between level 3 cache and main memory is considered as slow. Similar way, the communication in between CPU and main memory is considered as slow as compared to other 3 level caches. This is 3 level cache organization. In next part, we will see memory hierarchy. Memory hierarchy is one of the important aspect to design any memory. In a last lecture, we've seen that there are 3 types of memories, that is primary memory, which is also called as main memory, secondary memory, which is also called as a external memory, and third one is cache memory. On this aspect, there is one another memory is considered called as a tertiary memory, which is sometimes we use. If we observe the hierarchy, there is one pyramid is present. In this pyramid, there are different levels are present: level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. As we move from the apex towards the base, that time the size of each level is increases. That means size of memory is increases as we move from apex to the base. At the apex, that is at level 0, a register memory is present. A register memory is also called as a on-chip memory or CPU memory, which is inbuilt memory. Next is cache memory. Cache memory is a buffer in between CPU and main memory. Cache memory is considered as level 1 memory. Next is main memory, which is considered as level 2 memory. Also main memory is called as a primary memory. Next is disk cache and magnetic disk. These two memories are considered as secondary memory or external memory. And last one, that is optical disk or magnetic tapes, is considered as tertiary memory. As we know, register memory is made by using semiconductor material, and semiconductor materials are costly, so the cost of registers is more as compared to other memories. A register memory, also we called as a semiconductor memory, which is on chip memory present in CPU. So the speed of this memory is high. So those memories which are present at the apex have high speed as compared to other memories. Next memory is cache memory. Cache memory is present in between CPU and main memory. So the speed of cache memory is more as compared to main memory, but less as compared to on chip memory. Next is main memory, which is called as a primary memory. To access this memory locations, memory addresses are required. During accessing this memory, we required some time as compared to cache memory, because main memory is a separate, that is main memory is not part of on chip memory, so it required some more time. Next is disk cache and magnetic disk are considered as secondary memory, and these are external memory. These memories are optional. No doubt these memories are part of computer organization, but these memories are not present on board or not considered as primary memory. Suppose these memories are not present, still computer performs some tasks, so it is called as a external memory. And last one is tertiary memory, which is optional memory. User can integrate this memory with computer or not. It is totally depends upon the user. Now if we see the different steps, that is level 0 to level 5, level 0 memory have higher cost as compared to level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means what? As we move from level 5 to level 0, that is in this direction, then cost of memory is increases, also speed increases. Next, as we move from level 0 to level 5, that is in decreasing order, then cost is decreases, also speed is decreases. Next parameter, if we consider all this memory, the frequency of use of these different memories is different. As we move from level 5 to level 0, frequency of use is increases. As we move from apex to the base, the frequency of use is decreases. The next parameter in this memory hierarchy is capacity of memory. Capacity is considered as a storage capacity. as we move from this level 5 to level 0, that is from base to apex, the storage capacity of memory is decreases, whereas as we move from level 0 to level 5, that is from apex to base, the storage capacity is decreases. In view of summary, as we move from level 5 to level 0, cost, speed and frequency of use increases, whereas capacity of memory is decreases. In other view, as we move from level 0 to level 5, storage capacity of memory increases, but cost, speed and frequency of use decreases. Memory hierarchy is one most important aspect in designing consideration of memory, and so much important parameter which is always asked in university